doing? This is Henry Friedman. I'm just testing this video out. I was attacked last night, early this morning actually. I was at the Wawa on Davie and Sterling Road. It's pretty much the only Wawa in the area, but I wanted to make a video to show that in case it gets erased that I've been attacked in my forehead and I don't know if it can be seen well, but I've been attacked on my forehead. I've got all kinds of scrapes and stuff on my forehead. These people, these people, and it was African American people. They said they saw them. I heard them before I passed out, yelling at me and threatening me and stuff like that. And this happens every single time that I'm asleep. It doesn't happen once in a while. It doesn't happen once a week. It happens every single time. Not even just once a day. It happens every single time that I'm unconscious in the car, whether I'm passed out. If I pass out from being tired, it doesn't make a difference because if I'm not tired, they'll drug me. They have a way of putting something on the car, like a gas or something. Like I said before, in my other post on my other account and stuff like that, I posted that people have an isotope or something like that where they just have to throw it at me and it does a couple of things. One of the things is that it helps me, it causes me to fall asleep and be unconscious, like totally unconscious, like under what do you call it, anesthesia or something like that. I'm totally, there's nothing can wake me up, and that's how I got these scratches on my head. I don't remember scratching myself on my head at all. So I'm trying to make a point here that violent stuff is happening to me, and nobody's doing anything about it. And people are torturing me, and they've disfigured my genitals already. They tortured me every day for almost 2 years. They had some kind of thing that they were able to give to me or administer, put in my food or something, and it caused them to enable them to burn my testicles very painfully for a total of 2 years. That's every single day for 2 years, excruciating pain. On top of that, they break into the car and they've done surgery to my penis and stuff like that to reduce the size or something like that. I guess everybody knows that, but I'm still actually, believe it or not, a normal size because I think that that either they fixed it or they didn't, cut all of it out or something like that. So I'm still, a man and, not a freak or anything like that, but every day they're doing more and more stuff and they tell me that they're going to give me a sex change and they do stuff to my body, make me weak so I can't defend myself. They've done stuff to my car. They might have some kind of remote thing on my car so it won't start if they decide to jump me or something like that. They might be next to the car and be able to, shut it off or even or not able to start or something like that if I'm trying to, get away from these people. They already have something like that installed in the car. They have ways of fucking me up very quickly. They have something that they can point at me and it fucks my brain up. They have all kinds of stuff that they're trained on me and the suffering doesn't stop and all the stuff, all the abuse doesn't stop. And the main thing is that people watch from a busy street these people getting inside the car and doing stuff. I mean, most of the time it's an African American person or something like that. Even though I have the car locked, and stuff like that, they get in and I can tell that they open the stuff somehow. And from the inside, they have a different way of getting in the car. Even if I lock all the doors and try to tie them shut and everything like that. I try to fasten them shut, wire the doors shut and lock the doors. They get in through the trunk, I think, somehow, and they get it through the back seat and they reach in the back seat and they open the back door somehow. Even though I have it wired shut, I guess they undo it and then redo it again. So they open the trunk and they reach through the trunk and open the back door. I haven't figured out how to stop them from doing that yet, but it doesn't matter because it happens in public view. People get inside the car, and it doesn't matter, what I try to do to stop them. They're constantly getting inside the car. They're constantly doing in public view with hundreds of cars driving by, within 20 feet of the car. They see, like I parked at a gas station, like I just said, and there's business all. It's a 24-hour business. to get food and stuff like that. It's a Wawa, so that means that like any given time, there's at least like 5 to 10 people that are right next to me while this is happening, viewing it happen. So that's just one idea for people to understand that they're doing this in public view, breaking into the car, doing stuff to my genitals. If the whole world isn't aware of it, I'm trying to make them aware because these people, they cause so many problems and they make so many threats and they're constantly doing stuff. On top of that, they have people in every place that I get food because I have to spend, I have to be frugal with the way I spend money because I don't have a lot of money to buy food. So every corner, any place that I get food, they have the ability of putting something in the food to make me pass out, to make my body weak, to have that isotope thing that burns my genitals. Like it's always they have every facet of my life, you know, cornered and people are always constantly, every single time that I'm unconscious, they are inside the vehicle assaulting me, physically assaulting me, and the thing on my forehead is just one indication of that happening. So and they're very violent, but they wait till I fall asleep because as an awake person, I'm not gonna give up very easily. So I guess that they see that and they know that they're gonna. That's why they constantly have a way of knocking me out, knocking me unconscious, and then they attack me in public view, unconscious. All kinds of things are happening to me. They're doing stuff every facet of my life. The car, I live in a car. I'm not able to work because when I start working, they physically hurt me. They have a way of torturing me. I'm in pain all day while I'm trying to work. I have the way of burning my genitals or making me weak or torturing me in another way. They're able to give me an allergic reaction. They've done it to my body where I have allergic reaction and it's very very painful. And they're also able to do it where I go almost into like anaphylactic shock and I get very sick. So they have ways of making me sick. They have ways of triggering something and not being next to me while I'm going through it. They have ways of torturing me long distance with this isotope thing. They use like an infrared camera, and once I get the isotope in my system, they're able to long range burn me in my genitals. I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but that's along the lines of how it works. And every single time that I'm unconscious in public view, they're assaulting me unconscious in my vehicle. They've abducted me before. They've pulled me out of the car and put me inside a van and either gone somewhere private or just did it inside the van where it was blacked out. And they've done stuff to me while I'm inside the van. They've abducted me. They've kidnapped me. They do this in public view. People don't talk, don't say anything, don't complain. Few people who are upset, they can't really do anything. They can't even say anything because then their life is in danger. This is the type of fucking people that are here that they gang up on one person in a very violent way. I'm unarmed. I'm thinking about buying a gun, but I don't think that's a good idea because within 24 hours or 48 hours of the time of me purchasing that weapon, I'll be unconscious and there'll be somebody in the car who's a gunsmith or something like that and will disable the gun or something else. Maybe once I have the gun, there'll be people following me with guns and trying to kill me or shoot me. It's very concentrated. A lot of people are on top of me. Every facet of my life is people on top of me. I can't even adequately defend myself because I got nobody on my side, nobody stopping them from doing it, nobody saying anything. I called the police, dozens of times, explained to them, the way I'm making this video 100%. This is what's happening to me. They don't care, and I just want people to understand what kind of evil people live here in South Florida. They don't care. They just keep doing this stuff, and they act like it's their right, and they act like they're big shots and they're tough guys attacking one person and doing this stuff to my genitals so they can, all the time make fun of make fun of me and make it look like I was a freak my whole life. I wasn't a freak. I had normal sexual relationships with girls. I was a normal size. There was nothing wrong with me. They decided this is the way they're gonna hurt me and torture me, and they do it every day to me in my life, man.